Hey, everybody. Hi, and welcome to Conversations with Geoff, where I believe that we all have this gift. We all have this skill. We all, no matter how old, how young, what color, how much money, poor, broke, whatever, we all have this gift as a human being. But unfortunately, it's undervalued, underutilized, and underappreciated. If we only knew that it is one of the, if not the most important key to changing the direction of our lives, oh, man, we'd all be all over it, right? And I'm talking about the conversation you're having with yourself about yourself. That's right. The one that, for most of us, has kept us from taking that step into the thing we always wanted to do. Raising our hand for the promotion, raising our hand for, hey, I love you, I want to marry you, raising our hand for athletes who want to try, train, whatever it might be. Hey, I want to volunteer in the community, whatever it is, we're still there. Our hands tied to our body. Or we settle for a good life. You know, I've had times in my life, corporate wise and entrepreneurship. I mean, I had things. I thought I was okay, but I really wasn't. There was more. Life was calling me. Life was whispering to me, Geoff, there's more. You're meant for more. Or you're in there and you're doing it and you've been doing it. You've had some success, right? And things were going well. And then you find yourself kind of back where you started. And then you're back up again and you're back where you started. And you're not sure why. You don't understand that you need to be the thermostat and not the thermometer. You know, that thermometer just holds you steady, hold you at 70 degrees. When things are going well, you raise your temperature, your life is good to 80, 85, and you're uncomfortable in that space. To buy the auto replay kicks in. You know that auto replay, that stinkin thinkin that says, hey, who do you think you are up here at this on the beach, right? At 85, 90 degrees on the beach. You need to come back down here in jacket weather. Come back down here where it's cool and calm and safe. And we find our way back, because autopilot kicks in and it does all these things subconsciously that brings us back down. And you just said, I'm ready to quit. And you're 3 feet from gold, baby. That's a great book. Go get it. Acres of Diamonds are in your own backyard, man. Go get it. So somewhere in those 3 things, we all fit. Man, and I want to tell you that mastering the conversation you're having with yourself about yourself is truly an opportunity to finally step into your purpose. And you look, we talk about it all the time. My name is Geoff Tyson, and I'm known as the Comeback King, right? And I got that name from other people who have seen me go through my life experiences, and I was persistent and I was relentless in my travels, and I just never gave up until I got what I wanted. And I've used that experience and skills to help hundreds of other people do the same thing. So when I talk to you today about the stinkin thinkin, the conversation you're having with yourself about yourself, oh man, that's what my life was all about. I mean, I'm telling you, not until I realized that it was not only in athletics, right, where I excelled at, that I could train myself to set a goal and go out there and do whatever it took to get it, overcoming injuries. I've had, what many thought was, career-ending injuries in high school that would keep me from getting my next level scholarship, right? But I fought through that and I got that next level scholarship on my way to, right? So I thought, only to get there and have career-ending injury my freshman year. But life has a way of resetting and putting you in places that you're really meant to be, right? And for me, it was that no longer being the 1.99 student. Yeah, really, man. It's terrible. Student and figuring out how to become a student. I made a decision at that point when my career was over that, hey, all right, I can't go back home. I can't be like the rest of my sports buddies who went away and had great skills and abilities and never made it, came back home. And I had two parents that were, set on us, all of five of us going to college. So quitting was not an option. So I made a decision at that point, sitting on the bed full of libations, some other things. What do I do now? And it came to me. I'm going to go into business and I'm going to become the CEO of somebody's company. I tell the story all the time, right? And everybody knows the story that I had 8th grade reading ability, maybe at that time, maybe worse. I had not taken any business courses. I was a 1.99 student, guys. I worked hard to get that grade point average, right? But I also knew that if I make a decision, then the next steps are what I wanted to do. I told you what I wanted, man. That was going to happen no matter what. I didn't know how, but it was going to happen. So that's encouraging thought began to play in my head, right? And I found out that I needed to learn how to read. I found out I could learn these other things, and someone could give me some steps and tips so that I can get prepared and ready, right? So when I go to class, I'm prepared for class. Stay after class if I needed more help. Raise my hand. Take advantage of whatever services were there so I could get what I needed, so I could get out of there in 4 years on the dean's list. And man, I got to tell you, the least likely kid out of my 5 siblings to graduate from college, being the first one to graduate. I was the second oldest. My oldest brother, who was a brilliant man, went into entrepreneurship. That was his choice. Amazing, had an amazing career. I was next. The 1.99 kid, no longer there, baby. Right? So, man, what do you think I was telling myself all along? That journey so far. Well, what did I do to quiet that noise? What did I do to tell myself to shut up? Not today. Same thing that I still do today. I found things to replace that thinking. I made a decision to respond in certain ways so I didn't get stuck. Gotta be unstuck, baby. We gotta stay unstuck. Oh, being stuck is terrible. Who out there is stuck right now? I'm not sure if it's worth it. Who out there is stuck right now and says, I know I can do it, but I don't know what to do next. Who out there is tired of being stuck, so you're about ready to quit, just never try again? I get it. But I just want to talk about 2 things that I've used. I talked about it already. Perseverance, persistence. Most importantly, though, figuring out what it is I want. Where I was, I told you where I was as a student, broken down athlete, right? Couldn't do it anymore. Now, I had to figure out, as I began this corporate career that I had for 20 years, a great time, getting ready to leave that, where I wanted to go next. So you always got to figure out where you are right at the moment. What do you want to have? What are you willing to go to battle for? What are you willing to run through trees for? What are you willing to do? Whatever it takes, no matter what happens, you're going to show up and get it done. Relentless. Just relentless. Whatever it took. Right? My first business I built, I talk a little bit about it all the time. What I didn't say a lot about is the nights. The sleepless nights when I was working until 12, 1 o'clock at night, because it was a physical job. It was building an installation company, right? And working physically in these big, massive homes and hotels, and right, and me and myself a lot by myself on these projects, and then building a crew slowly and replacing a crew, building a crew and slowly replacing a crew. Operating on a shoestring budget, right? But I knew that these people in this industry that were doing what I wanted to do, if they could do it, I could do it. Again, I raised my hand for help, and I got help. Surround yourself with like-minded folks. Surround yourself with the power and the tools that you need in order to fill in the gaps. Right? Did that, man. And so we built this business. I went from me, myself, and I to 34, 50 employees, and getting ready to go gangbusters in the housing industry. Went away overnight. Bang! all the time, 7 days a week, 14, 15, 16 hours a day. For what? Many nights I'm trying to go now and find those people that owe me money, right? 6-figure receivables gone overnight. This beautiful home and toys, right? I wanted to have a car for every day of the week. I know, stupid ego. That's what I wanted, and I had it. And you know, I managed to get through it. That and a divorce, painful divorce. Once again, when that stuff showed up, I made a decision. All right, I don't want to live like this anymore. I know this is something I'm meant for more. What do I need to do? What is it that I really want? I picked it. It was real estate. Built that business. Right. So today, when I tell you that it's possible, perseverance, resistance, and the next thing, perspective. How you see things, how I saw things. That time when I was in school, my NFL dream was gone. How did I see it? There was something else I could do. Leaving corporate America. Perspective. What's my life look like now? So perseverance, perspective. And today, my perspective around my journey has been encouraging, inspiring, and impactful for me. And I help other people now find their way by doing similar things, standing in the battle, standing in the comeback, looking for, listening to, heart and spirit open to the message that's in the mess. The magic that I need is in the mess. Each time I found what I needed in the mess. And I got better. I got stronger. I became more persistent. I became, just the king of relentlessness, right? I became more encouraged. I had a stronger belief that there was nothing that stopped me from reaching my destiny. I will not be denied, just like you. So I say to you today, your purpose is built on battling through the comeback, listening to the mess, being in the mess, and listening for the magic and listening for your message. And the message is a good place to be. Don't wait to get through it to start. Do it now. Because you're either going to be heading into a comeback, a setback, for a setup. You're in the middle of it and you just don't know if you can take one more step, one more day, right? Or I always say you just got back and you're looking back here thinking, But get ready, because you're going to be going through that's how life is. If you're a go-getter, if you're someone that's chasing something, you're always going to find obstacles. You're always going to get adjusted, a correction, as we're talking about now. There's always going to be that next thing. But if we are clear on what it is that we will run through the fire for, and we are persistent and persist until we win, and if we don't stop, be relentless in our message, be determined, deliberate and determined in our actions, we'll get there. Sounds like a lot of work because it is. I've never told you it's going to be easy. But each and every time I hear about my own story, because I listen to myself and I just hear more and more about how grateful I am for that journey. The power truly is in the comeback. My purpose today, ladies and gentlemen, is to sit here and talk to you about my journey and all the doubts and worries and problems that I had, and some simple things that I've done. And there's a whole lot more to take advantage of. But just those few things that I've shared are enough to get you started, enough to turn the wheel around and go the other direction. So I encourage you today to reach out to me and let's have a conversation about what it is that you're after, what it is that you keep running into, and what it is that you're willing to do to change your life by mastering the conversation you're having with yourself about yourself and smash that stinking thinking. Look, Geoff Tyson, the comeback king, Thanks for listening. Reach out to me and let's get busy changing your life. Take care. Bye-bye.